hand out the window on your leader.
Kyle Busch getting 4 tires. William Byron is in. Austin Cindric.
And your leader, Denny Hamlin.
Hamlin to the front end of pit road.
Yeah, as soon as Christopher Bell came to pit road, everybody else didn't want to give up that track position because they know how difficult it is to pass. Regan?
Well, Kevin, that's exactly what happened in the pit stall here. As soon as the 20 car hit pit road, Denny Hamlin's team put their helmets on, began to get ready. As for the car right now for Denny, just a little bit too free when he got out front. Otherwise, it's been good.
I'll tell you, hats off to Ross Chastain because he had the stutter coming out of his pit box so not to impede Hamlin.
Hey, speaking of a stutter, right there on the 11, almost stalled it coming out. Keep an eye on this up here. The race is on.
Joey Logano, Noah Gragson in, A.J. Allmendinger, Ryan Blaney.
That's far bigger leader.
I think he's going to get him, Kevin.
It's going to be close as they merge onto the back stretch right here, but he's going to go right around him on the outside.
That's a combination of staying out a little bit later and making a mistake, a little bobble exiting the pit box.
Yeah, and ultimately that not stalling the car, but having those hiccups getting out of the pit box right there cost him the lead of the race.
So Hocevar back to the lead. He is one of 10 cars that have not yet made this green flag pit stop as Eric Jones comes down the pit lane. Hamlin's lead before stops, 1.4 seconds over the 19. And we'll see if Hocevar comes this time. The first 8 cars and Cody Ware have not yet stopped. John Hunter Nemechek in.
I'm afraid this is going to hurt the 77, Kevin.
Yeah, I think as they were expecting him to come this time by, I think when you stay out that long, sometimes you give up so much lap time that you just lose track position and maybe make up a couple spots with those new tires. But we'll see how it works out for him.
Ty Gibbs pits from second place. Chad Fincham in. He's already gone a lap down. Ricky Stenhouse, one of the last to pit, and now just the first 6 cars have not yet been to pit road. Gibbs in and out.
Ride that Dente.
Cody Ware in, and Hocevar continues to circulate at 30.3 seconds. The cars with fresh tires are in the low 29.
That's a lot of time. Chase Briscoe ran at 29.46 the last lap, so you're giving up 7/8 tenths a lap, Clint.
Eating his lunch. And here he comes. That's going to hurt them. I don't like that strategy.
Austin Dillon is in. And now the pole sitter and last week's winner, the 77 of Carson Hocevar, making the long run all the way down to the end of pit road to his box. Josh Berry, if he does not stop, will pick up the lead. Josh?
And the plan for Carson Hocevar was to pit around lap 40 or 41. Heading about grip in the center of the corner. It'll be 4 tires and fuel for the pole sitter, Carson Hocevar.
Todd Gilliland is in. That leaves just Berry, Keselowski, and Custer on the racetrack without having stopped.
And you see Josh Berry heading to pit road right here. Same type of scenario for these guys staying out that long. You saw Chase Briscoe, he was so far ahead of Carson Hocevar we couldn't even find him on the camera.
Here's Custer on pit road. That will leave just Brad Keselowski.
This 19 team, you see Denny Hamlin starting to make a little bit of ground on Chase Briscoe. He definitely has a little bit better car, but that track position will be hard to gain when those cars are so even. Right now, that 3 car trying to stay on the lead lap, as you see Brad.
Much like we saw earlier in the race, though, Briscoe followed the 3 car in the corner, got tight again, and enabled Denny to catch him. You're going to have to, as the leader catches these lappers, that'll be opportunities for Denny.
Well, you got to time it right, Clint. You got to be able to get those runs at the right time, and sometimes you just have to maintain that gap on one end of the racetrack or the other. Chase just has to get that timing right to get through this lap traffic.
So Chase Briscoe, the clear winner of this pit cycle, he emerges with the lead over Denny Hamlin and Christopher Bell.
Unbelievable.
And at lap 69, we have the first caution
First
of
car
the
out,
day.
Bell again.
So Todd Gilliland, who went spinning
Horrible.
And
And Christopher Bell with a pretty solid impact.
Yeah, he's in big trouble for the rest of the day. And we were just talking about the bad luck that Christopher Bell has had here. And just a car spinning just barely clipped him right there. Turned him around. Yeah, he's done.
You want to talk about bad luck? Right in his lap.
A lot of cars trying to stay on the lead lap as we get close to the end of the stage.
Carcass about to come off.
And that tire whirling around the right front is not going to do any good as Bell tries to get it to pit road.
And that's really just kind of the way that his whole season has gone so far. Think back to Kansas, being in position to win that race.
Yep.
Off of turn 2, coming back to the checkered flag, crashing, got a terrible finish. Same thing last week.
4 of the last 5 races, Bell has finished outside the top 15.
Well, let's watch it again. You see the car get sideways up on the high lane, tries to get in the gas and does to keep it out of the wall, brings it down and just barely in for the lead.
You see him coming down the racetrack, but you can only turn it so hard down the racetrack before it'll just spin out.
Broke toe link for sure. I don't think it's
Let's
done.
watch from minimum
They put a new
20.
toe link on